Hello and welcome to what unofficially is the first episode of Keithers Corner. I'm your host, Keither. How you all doing tonight? In all seriousness. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to recap the first three games of the exhibition season here as sort of a test run of this Keithers Corner we're trying out. In the last three games and 3 nights actually, we've got 2 wins and a loss. The one loss coming in a 4-0 defeat to Philadelphia, in which basically none of the team even showed up. Okay, but in the 3 games, there's been a few things that I've noticed I'd like to point out. Gardner's game. The kid's got confidence coming out the wazoo. I love his pinch ability and his creativity with the puck. He's not afraid to go down low, get his nose dirty, work his way to the slot. He's got a lot of offensive upside, and he has a real good knack for getting back into the play if the puck's turned over and headed back towards Toronto end. Gardner's game looks really good. It'll be a shame that he probably won't make the team just for the simple fact that there's not very many openings. Bozak seems to be renewed, and confidence. His confidence is a lot higher than it's been in recent memory. He seems like he's got an extra step. He's impressed me, throughout the preseason so far. 2 goals the other night. Carl Gunnarsson. I don't know if this is even the same guy. He seems stronger, a lot stronger on the puck. He engages more. He's a lot more physical. Again, it's only been 3 games, and he hasn't played in all 3 of them, of course. But it looks like a totally different player, which is really good. Komisarek. What can we say about Mike Komisarek? Well, we can say he's not costing us a goal a game so far this year. However, once again, he's as slow as molasses and coughs the puck over more than somebody in need of, what's that called? Buckley's. Yes. He could be a spokesperson for Buckley's. Mike Komisarek. Nasty and feverish and tastes like shit. Yes. Perfect spokesman for Buckley's. Ben Scrivens. Looks like this kid belongs in the NHL. And let me tell you, he's going to give Jonas Gustafsson a run for his money to be the backup goalie in Toronto. And if he continues to have a camp like he's having, I can't see him not being the backup to start the season. I mean, the kid's been good when he's been called upon. He's what? I don't think. Let me think here for a second. No, he hasn't allowed a goal yet this preseason in 2 games, which is really only 1 game because he played 2 halves. He looks great. He's positionally sound. He'll give, like I said, Jonas a run for his money. Some more likes that I found. Kadri. Again, he's creative, but that's what you come to expect from Nazem Kadri. He's creative with the puck. With that creativity, you're always going to have someone who turns the puck over at bad times, but that's the give and take with somebody who's got the offensive mindset that he has. Seems to be getting his nose dirty a lot this fall. A lot more than before. More of a pesky, in-your-face type style, which I really like. It suits him well. Jay Rosehill. What can we say about Rosie? Comes to work, plays his 4 or 5 minutes a game, keeps his mouth shut, and usually shuts the opponent's mouth as well. Nothing was better than when he beat Shelley like a rented mule tonight after the Philadelphia win. The Leafs beating Philadelphia. What happened was Shelley, the coward, of course, hit Darryl Boyce from behind, smushing his face into the glass. Looks like, on the replays, it looks like he broke his nose because it's swelled out, pretty big. Rosehill came in, said, time to dance, you got to pay the piper, and he paid the piper. He cut him over his right eye, fed him quite a few rights, beat him like a rented mule. Gotta love that. Rosehill's been basically invisible other than that, other than doing his job, which is good, which is a good thing. You don't want to hear a lot about Rosehill unless he's chucking the knuckles. And he hasn't cost us anything defensively, which is good. Jesse Black here, the kid from the OHL. I watched him in camp 2 years ago. And with the poise he showed back then, I couldn't believe he was still eligible to play in the O. But he played in the OHL again last year. I don't know what this kid is going to have to do to crack the lineup. We've already got, 7 defensemen that are NHL caliber, if not more. Blocker will make this team eventually. He's just got to keep his chin up and, and wait his turn. But I see nothing but upside from this guy. He's got vision and poise far beyond his age and experience. There's not a spot open up on D if we're really serious about this when the money talks and the bullshit walks. We sent Jeff Finger down last year. $3.5 million a year was eaten, But Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment is a rich corporation. They could afford to pay the bill. But I don't see it happening, to get a rookie like this into the lineup. I'd love to see Jesse Blacker make this team. I love his tenacity. I love the way he skates with the puck. His first pass is excellent coming out of his own zone. The kid's got nothing but upside. It's going to be nice to see him in a Maple Leaf uniform for years to come. What can you say about Colby Armstrong that hasn't already been said? He's a pest. He's the kind of guy you hate to play against, you love to hate, and love to have on your team. He's had a strong camp. He's been showing his great work habits. He's got great positioning out there. Never gets caught too far out of position. Making that defensive play is going to be a good mainstay with Bozak on the third line. That should be one hell of a checking line because they're going to check the other team's best line, and they're going to get some good scoring chances, especially with the creativity that Bozak shows. Armstrong could look at another 20-goal year. You never know. Matt Fratton, tonight in the 4-2 Toronto win over Philadelphia, he got a couple of goals, including an empty netter, but they all count. He showed great work ethic. He was busy all night. He had the puck, looking to make things happen with the puck. He shows that he wants the puck, and you want guys like that on your team. You want guys who want the puck. You want guys who want to have the responsibility of, hey, give it to me, let's get this thing going. So basically, for the last 3 games, those are my likes about the Maple Leaf lineups, which we've had 3 vastly different lineups in 3 different games. I think they had 74 players in total up until today, which was their first day of cuts. And what's today? Today's the 21st of September. So, yeah, that's a lot of players. We'll get on to my dislikes over the last 3 games. Luca Caputi. What can you say about him that hasn't already been said? Well, you could say that he's flashy, he's great with the puck, and he's a superstar. But you'd be lying. He seems like he's happy in no man's land. And what I mean by that is he doesn't seem to care whether he makes the team or not. He doesn't do a lot. With his size, he should be using his body a lot more. He should be dishing out punishment, but he refuses to do that. I don't see much for him. He'll be back down at the Marlies, no doubt about it. He'll probably run out his contract there, and then I can see him going. bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. I have no time on my team for guys who don't care, and that's what he's shown me so far, is he really doesn't care. Jerry D'Amigo, basically invisible. You never know when he's on the ice, and that's not a good thing for an offensive player. You know, you want to hear his name being called out. D'Amigo with the puck, you know. D'Amigo over to Wellwood, you know. You want to hear his name, but you never hear his name. As I was saying, with an offensive player, with the speed he has, with the skill he has, with the talent he has, you should be hearing his name a hell of a lot more than you are. And after 3 games, you're really not hearing anything. It's early yet. We'll see what happens. But so far, so bad. Gustafsson. Jonas Gustafsson. He came in with such high regard, with such high expectations, with such high hopes for Leaf Nation. And he's really turned out to be quite the bust. You know, it's the one signing I think that if Burke could do over again, he might just do that over again. His inability to stop the puck when it matters most, okay? He's money. He is money in goal. For the other team. Especially on breakaways. I don't think I've ever seen him stop a breakaway. I'm exaggerating, of course. I've seen him stop a few. But you look at shootouts and breakaways. This guy, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. And it's really unfortunate because, you know, he shows flashes of brilliance. Flashes of brilliance are not enough. You've got to be consistent in net. Okay? You've got to show me that you can make the save when it matters most, and Gustafsson is just not doing that. Big body like that, you know, and with Francois Allaire as the goalie coach, this guy should be sound in net. This guy should be able to stop a golf ball. Unfortunately, in the goals he's given up so far, they were all stoppable. They were all stoppable. His inability to control the puck on rebounds, he gives up way too many rebounds. He's a lousy stick handler. He's not good with the puck at all. And I think this is where Ben Scrivens is going to give him a run for his money. And I really do think if things continue in camp the way they are, I do think that Ben Scrivens is going to wind up as the number 2 goalie in Toronto. And good for him. He'll have earned it, right? And if Gustafsson comes back, like, let's be serious here. It's only been 2 games for Gus. 1 full game as he played 2 halves as well. You know, things could change. I mean, we've still got the entire camp to go and 6 more preseason games. During the fall, I'm not going to do Keithers Corner after every game. I'm going to do it in 3 segments. Okay, since there's 9 preseason games, this is going to be the first one. This one covered the first 3 games. Again, in 3 more games, we'll do another one, and then we'll do one final one leading up into opening day, which should be pretty exciting. Not much else to tell except the team looks fast. I was not impressed with last night's game at all. They looked like they were not involved. They looked almost bored at times and wanting to get out of there, which is pretty surprising, seeming as, you know, there's people there fighting for jobs. You know, there's guys on the cusp of being sent down to the Marlies who, you know, in another case would make the NHL team. But if you can't make the Leafs as an NHL regular, I'm basically talking about a guy like Jeff Finger. If he can't make Toronto, then there's not a heck of a lot of teams out there that he can make. Maybe Ottawa, they're a pretty brutal team. So in conclusion, the first 3 games are what we all expected them to be. 3 preseason games that didn't show, whether or not the Maple Leafs were going to make the playoffs or not. You can't expect that with any team. There were some good things. There were some bad things. I pointed out what I liked. I pointed out what I disliked. Things will get more in depth as the season continues and I get used to this little segment we call Keithers Corner. Just like them making the team, I've got to find my niche, and hopefully it'll be a lot more entertaining for you guys out there. But again, in conclusion, it's not a bad start. 3 games into the season. Again, it's the 21st of September right now. Tomorrow the Jays, the Leafs have the day off tomorrow, and then they're back at it again on Friday, the 23rd, meeting with Buffalo, which is a team that has owned us and beaten us and taken away our moxie and our pride. It's time for us to turn the tables around on these guys. And with Timmy Connolly heading back to Buffalo, I don't know if he's going to play. I hope he does. I want to see some magic with him and Kessel. Okay? That'll be great to see. But until then, again, you won't see me again until the next 3 games are played. Again, they start on the 23rd of September. So you'll see me around the 27th, 28th of September, something like that, whenever the 3rd game is. I'm not sure where it is right now. I don't have it in my notes. But until then, this is Keithers Corner, saying hit hard, because it looks mean and sells hockey.